quick one to start. What is the hardest place on Earth to get good internet to?
My parents' house. The router is behind the microwave.
Fair, but on a bigger scale, the honest answer is an island, a remote one with real people living on it.
Why an island? Surely you just run a cable.
That is the catch. To wire up a remote island, you usually have to run cable across water, or under it, or through rough terrain to get there. That is wildly expensive. It needs a stack of permits. It takes years, and a lot of the time it just gets delayed and delayed, while tens of thousands of people sit there waiting on a connection everyone agrees they should have.
So the internet exists, the people exist, and the cable just cannot get there.
Cannot get there or cannot get there fast. And that brings us to a real example, in India.
Go on.
The Andaman Islands. Out in the Bay of Bengal, a long way off India's coast, there are two sites near Port Blair, the main town, that needed to be connected. And connecting them is India's largest government-owned telecom, BSNL. They serve the rural and underserved parts of the country, the hard places.
And connecting two islands sites with fiber was, let me guess, a nightmare.
Costly, complicated, and slow. Permits, geography, all of it. So, instead of waiting on that, BSNL ran a test with a different kind of technology.
The laser people again?
The laser people again. Transcelestial, Singapore-based. The idea is simpler than it sounds. Fiber works by sending light down a glass cable. This sends the same light through the open air instead. You put a small box on each side, point them at each other, and they talk at fiber speed. No cable, no trench. And because it's light, not radio, there's no spectrum license to chase either.
Okay, hold on. I'll let you finish, but I have one problem and you know what it is. An island. In India. You're describing monsoon country. Rain absolutely wrecks a light beam. I want an answer on that before we're done.
You'll get one. Hold it.
Holding it.
So, they set up a link between the two sites, about 2.5 kilometers apart. Call it 1.5 miles. And the first thing worth highlighting is the one that makes a telco sit up. From arriving on site to a working link, the whole install took under 4 hours.
Under 4 hours to connect an island.
An afternoon. The fiber version of that is months, if it happens at all. Think about what that does for an operator. The hard, expensive, slow part of reaching a remote place just collapses into an afternoon. That's the whole pitch, really. Same connection, the only thing that changed is the wait.
All right, that's a real number. What's 2?
2 is that this was not a science demo. A lot of trials are 2 boxes in a parking lot proving a point. This one got plugged into India's real BSNL network and switched over to live traffic, real production traffic on the country's biggest government telco. So when the national operator puts it on their real network and it holds, that's a signal to every other operator watching. It means the technology is ready for the big leagues, not just the lab.
Right, and now the part you've been dodging, the rain.
Now the rain. This is the third highlight, and they did it the hard way. They ran the link for 44 hours straight, continuously, and that window was in peak monsoon season, through the actual rain.
And?
And it held. Just under a gigabit of throughput the whole way, basically a gig, with near 0 errors, through the monsoon. The response time was almost nothing too. We're talking microseconds. So, the thing people always assume kills a laser, heavy rain, it ran through it for nearly 2 days and stayed steady.
Okay, I came in certain the rain would get you. The rain did not get you.
The rain did not get us. Though I'll give you the one honest limit, same as always.
Go.
The 2 boxes have to see each other. It's light, so it needs a clear line of sight between the 2 points. Put a hill, a building, or too much distance between them, and you have to plan around it. Between 2 island sites with a clear span, that's fine. But it's a real constraint, and it's worth saying out loud.
Appreciate the honesty.
It's not magic. It's just a faster way to reach a place a cable struggles to get to. And that's why this one matters beyond just a couple of islands. Because a national telco proved it works in tough terrain, in monsoon, on live traffic. BSNL is now looking at doing the same thing across other underserved regions. And the same idea is being looked at for island networks elsewhere, places in the Caribbean and Southeast Asia. The lesson is simple. Not every place that needs internet needs a cable buried to it. Some just need a beam of light across the gap.
So the island gets connected in an afternoon and nobody has to lay cable across the sea?
That's the whole story. And if you want the full version, the exact sites, the test data, all of it, they wrote it up.
Link in the description.
Link in the description. It's the Trans-Celestial blog post on the BSNL trial. Worth a read. And if you like this kind of thing, real deployments, real numbers, no fluff, subscribe. We've got plenty more.
More islands?
More places people said you couldn't reach. See you next time.